Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here then welcome. Today's video is going to be all about my top 5 favourite purple lipsticks. I have done some previous top 5 videos in the past, so I'll have them linked down below if you'd like to check those out as well. I've done nude lipsticks, pink, red and corally orange, and for some of those videos I've ranked them from my number 1 favourite to my number 5. For others I've just generally mentioned each lipstick and not given them a particular place. Today I am going to be ranking them from my absolute favourite down to number 5. So make sure you subscribe if you aren't already. I post 2 new videos every week, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to actually start with my number 1 favourite purple lipstick, and that is from Clinique. This is one of their matte pop lipsticks in the shade 07 Pow Pop. So this is what the shade looks like. And this whole line of Clinique Matte Pop lipsticks is probably my favourite lipstick formula that I've ever found. So this is what Pow Pop looks like on. As you could hopefully tell, it glides on completely smoothly. There are no lines that are emphasized in my lips at all, even though it is a matte lipstick. This is so comfortable to wear. This is why I love this formula so much. And the colour of it is great as well because it's bold but it's not too scary. I think this is still very wearable, especially if you have a deeper skin tone. This is going to look absolutely beautiful on you. But even if you have pale skin like me, I feel like this is still a great option. It's going to suit you as well. It's just going to be a bit more of a statement. Lipstick number 2 is from MAC. This one is Up the Amp, which is an amplified formula, which means that it has a lot of pigmentation and it also is very comfortable to wear. So this one is more of a lilac shade. So this is Up the Amp on. As you can see, it's a completely different shade of purple from that first lipstick. And because this is an amplified formula, this is an option for those of you who don't like matte lipsticks. So this one will not dry down. It will continue to be creamy throughout the day. However, that does mean that it will come off a little bit easier. It will come off while you're eating and drinking. But as long as you don't mind taking your lipstick with you and reapplying a couple of times throughout the day, then it shouldn't be a problem. I really like this lipstick because it's kind of on trend with like the mauvey tones, but then it packs a little bit more of a punch than those regular kind of mauvey lipsticks. So once again, that was Up the Amp from MAC. Lipstick number 3 is a drugstore option, and it's also my newest purchase. This is from Maybelline It. This is from their Bold line, and it is in the shade 820 Berry Bossy. As you can see, it's pretty similar to that first Clinique lipstick, but it's just a little bit darker. This is the Maybelline one on this side here, but they're both like berry tone shades. I love berry toned lipsticks. I feel like these are the types of lipsticks that really do suit absolutely everyone. And this is a great drugstore option that's not going to cost you a lot of money. So if you're not sure if you're going to be into these types of shades, then I would recommend picking up one like this that is from the drugstore. So if you don't end up enjoying it, at least you haven't broken the bank. But I do recommend these ones from Maybelline because they have a nice formula and therefore hopefully they will work for you. Next we have another lipstick from MAC. This is Flat Out Fabulous, which is a retro matte formula. It's not my favourite formula, which is why it's number 4, but I love the colour so much. My best tip for the retro mattes is to apply a little bit of Vaseline or lip balm before you put the lipstick on, and that is what I'm going to do right now because it makes these so much easier to apply. By the way, you also want to kind of rub off most of the excess Vaseline or lip balm because otherwise you're just going to get no pigmentation out of your lipstick. So you just apply it and then kind of rub most of it off, either with your finger or with a tissue, and it just leaves your lips really nice and soft, and it means that the lipstick won't tug at your lips as much. So this is Flat Out Fabulous. I love this colour so much. Like I said, it's only the formula that is what's putting this kind of down my list a little bit. If you've tried any of MAC's retro matte finishes, you'll know exactly what I mean. If you try and apply them onto like dry lips, they really tug at your lips, and I personally find them super uncomfortable to wear through the day. But if I've applied Vaseline underneath, then they don't completely set down as much as they normally would, so they'll still be matte after a few minutes, but they will still feel comfortable throughout the day. And as you can see, by applying Vaseline underneath, I've avoided all of the fine lines that matte lipsticks normally settle into. So it's a little bit more upkeep because I also find that if I want to reapply throughout the day and I haven't brought my Vaseline with me, I'm going to encounter the same problems all over again, but I think it's worth it because it's just such a gorgeous color. So once again, that is Flat Out Fabulous from MAC. And lipstick number 5 is another really cheap option. This is from Colourpop. This is Heart On, which is from their matte collection. And this is what the shade looks like. The reason this is in number 5 is because I feel like this one's a little bit harder to pull off. The shade doesn't always look that great on me. I love the shade, I just don't feel like it suits me the best. So this is what Heart On looks like on me. It is actually very similar to that previous MAC lipstick that I showed you, except that this one is almost like heavier. It's a little bit thicker, and I'd say that it's more pigmented as well. This one's verging on being more pink than purple, but I definitely think it has a bit of each. It's one of those like fuchsia colors that incorporates both. Definitely not an everyday color for me, and in terms of formula, it's not my favorite either. It just feels a little bit heavy. But it wouldn't be in my top 5 if I didn't still love it. I think it looks great and it's one that I reach for regularly. Not to mention, these lippy sticks from Colourpop are $5, so you really can't go wrong with these. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite purple lipstick is down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!